All right, so we are going to hit up a couple of stores, and the first one that we are going to be going to is Justins House of Bourbon. I've heard so many great reviews about this place. I have absolutely no idea what I'm really going to be walking into, but hope you guys enjoy the ride. This right here is the one thing us Jersey boys take for granted. We don't pump our own gas, but here in Kentucky, gotta do it. Good thing I know how to do it. I know a lot of you guys out there don't know how to do it yourself, so I highly recommend you do it. $65 of gas later and 547 miles until we're empty. We might make it just inside of West Virginia and have to fill up again on our way back to Jersey. But like I said, we're going to Justins House of Bourbon, so I'll see you guys there. Black toasted 105. Finished in Kentucky straight oak, Cooper distilled, copper distilled, blind as bad, 105 proof. Starlights, Lethen's barrel proof. What is this, like a year and a half old? Cal C, floor 4, Rick 8, tier 3. So what is this? Is this going to be barrel proof? Another sticker on the side here. 7 years, 7 month, 123.3 proof. Wasn't the biggest fan of the Ben Holiday I had the other day, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Then got a Jack Daniels pick, 130.1 proof. Knob Creek cask strength, 118.5. Let's check out what they got on their shelves. Wolves rye whiskey and hop flavored. Barrel off batch 32. Some McKenna. A125. I see this all over the place in Kentucky, just not in Jersey. There's Bridal and Bit. I've heard of this. Just haven't seen it in Jersey.
Come in the front. Up front. I'm here alone today. Usually these pork
Peerless.
go all the way back around.
Davis County.
3 8-year Walter cases. Yeah, you can bring them on up here. I'm alone in here today, so you have to, Sally, bring them up front here. Okay, sorry.
HK Young Bourbon.
With your savings of $21 on your single barrels, it's going to be $226.80.
Probably the most interesting forget I've ever seen. Barrel proof 10 year.
I sure do. I love that.
River Calvin Rye. Barrel number 825, bottle number 76. 112.6.
Yes, so good. Oh my gosh. That's the big
Mary
military. And I was like, well, it's an Air Force brat, but I haven't. Didn't know any planes myself. Hang on 1 second. Sorry. I'm letting this go.
What's the price? Forget was 179. Interesting. Their bottled and bond selection here. I like how they have it all broken up into like sections. The whole Dominic, Ben Holiday, Old Bardstown, Yellow Corn, Rick House. These two here, can't get these in Jersey. $18. $18. National Barrel Company. Limestone Farms, their Bloodline. It's this one here, 70 bucks, 95 proof. Good bottle right there. Now what's this? The collection. 13th Colony stuff. More New Riff. Old Foresters. Sweetens Cove. Pursuit. Another one you just don't see in Jersey is Pursuit. Really cool stuff. I like what they do. Some mini bottles here. High West, Rendezvous. Never seen Rendezvous. Rye Mini, that's cool. Maker's Mark, Knot Creek. Buzzard's Roost. 114.5. Old Louisville. Just on the rye. 118 proof. Then we've got Sour Mash American Straight Whiskey. 104.2 proof. And then Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Barrel number 2, barrel proof? 96 proof? This is cool. Straight bourbon whiskey, finished in toasted French oak casks. It's probably pretty good. So let's walk into their rare and limited room. Right here on this case here, it's got some cool bottles here. A couple Four Gates, Doc Swanson bottle there, old Joseph Magnus, some old Carters. Down over here, we've got some really interesting bottles. Darker Side of the Moon. Some High West bottles. I have no... These High West bottles are really freaking cool looking. Not a clue what these are. These have to be some really old High West. Down over here, got an older Blood Oath. Looks like a pack number 5. Really cool bottle there. Probably really highly sought after for sure. Old Yellowstone bottle. Old James E. Pepper 1776. Let's go check out what we've got over here. Looks like we've got the Calumet bottles, some small batch, E.H. Taylor, Blanton's over here. Let's see what they're charging for the E.H. Taylor. Not seeing a price on that straight rye here, but otherwise, Blanton's here. Nothing too fancy there. Some Eagle Rare bottles. Let's see, what are they charging? Oh my goodness, $125? You're out of your mind. Out of your mind. Weller CYPB, crazy price. Weller full proof store picks here. Crazy prices for sure. $400. That's not for me. No, thank you. A Big Boy Weller Special Reserve. Not for me either. Now this is a different label than the Weller Special Reserve that we got at the liquor store. I don't know if that's the older label, and this is the newer one that they're also going to not be making anymore. But I don't know. Older label, newer label, $60, $80. I don't know. Some Buffalo Trace down here. Sazeracs. Let's check out what we got over here. Some old Mictors. Okay. I like this case a lot. If I had the money to buy this stuff, I would 100% do it. But unfortunately, I just don't have that money. A 20-year and a 25-year in the same case, I haven't seen these ever. That's awesome. Really old bottles here. Not sure what these are. Really cool looking bottles down here. Angel's Envy case here. Signed bottle there. Looks like some rare character releases up there. We got some old turkeys. Russell's Reserve 13. Old Wild Turkey 12-year. Now these are like from the 80s, I think. The 70s, 80s, and 90s. These gold toppers here. Wild Turkey Tribute 15. Really cool. Old Four Roses. And then some old Scouts down here. We got a 10-year. Bunch of single barrels here. Man, these things are cool. Some older releases of the Midnight Winter's Night Dram. Looks like 4, 5, and 6. Willets here. We got some older purple tops. Really nice bottles here. Probably some of the better purple tops that you could find. This bottle right here, that is one of the hardest to find rye, the Red Hook rye, that you will ever try and find. Got some Willet ryes here. You got the Kimchi 19-year. Some more purple tops down over here. 17 years, 115.6 proof. Got a 15-year and a 9-year. Here we go. All you taters out there, some old rips for you. This one right here, what is this? Genuine Kentucky Old Advocate, 15-year-old. This is from the Pappy Van Winkle. Okay, so this was a Pappy Van Winkle distiller. Old Granddad's, OFCs. These are some of the original out of the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Old Tub, LW Hart or IW Harper. Sorry. Now we're in some old Fitzgerald bottles here. These are some old bottles. These are some really cool to find bottles that you just don't see anywhere. And it's really cool that they can actually sell these things here for us. That's cool. I can't believe that. Old Fitzgeralds. A lot of these really cool, just eye-catching bottles for sure. Just check these out here, right here. Some of the older releases of the E.H. Taylors, the 4 grains, the Warehouse C's, the barrel proofs. Some really interesting Blanton's releases here that we don't see in the States. This one here is from 1990. That one's really cool looking. Evan Williams 12-year, that's 101 proof. What's this single barrel? 1997 and 1998. Those are old bottles. These are, again, Elijah Craig bottles that you just don't see. 21-year and the 23. Parker's Heritage bottles. That aged 14-year barrel finish has got to be fan-freaking-tastic. Malt whiskey one, I'll leave that one there for you guys. Some old little books. This one right here, the Booker's Rye. That's the 2016, I think. You won't find that anywhere. It's a $3,000 bottle of rye. Now we're looking at some big boy bottles. These are freaking cool. Wait till you guys see these. Now we got some old Four Roses here. These two right here are really cool looking. Ancient Age, Old Charter, W.L. Weller Special Reserve. I think this is the Ancient. No, it's not Ancient Age. This is a really cool. This thing is gigantic. If you don't see how big it is in camera, I can't tell you how big it is. Now, OFC 1991 here, or 1994. Old Granddad, Old Forester. This is a gallon. This Weller Special Reserve is a gallon. That's freaking cool. Gotta say, I wish I had a collection like this. Unbelievable selection of just unbelievable bottles that I'll never be able to obtain, but luckily for them, they were able to. I guess these are just some really cool empties that they have. That's gotta be something really old. That's really cool. Kentucky Tavern, Father Time, Ancient Age 10-year. I wish I could find a bottle of that. And a cool Old Granddad decanter. That's really cool. A couple more of their picks. 10-day bourbon, Brothers of the Leaf, Green River, Yellow Banks, 127.6 proof. Interesting. Kentucky Saturday Bourbon, Russell's. What's their info on their Russell's? It's a 9-year. Warehouse TYB, floor 4. Selected by Sneaky P. Monk's Road single barrel, what is this? 121.06 proof. Augusta Buckner's, I saw that. Town Brand, Smarty 1, Old Pepper. What is this? Bluegrass Distillers, Elkwood Reserve, 9-year, 120 proof. Alright, so I'm gonna buy one bottle. I don't know what one to buy, but I'm gonna pick one and we'll see what happens. Yes, so we don't get JW Dan or JTS Brown in Jersey.
Yes.
Do you have a preference on which one you prefer?
I like JW Dan a little bit better.
JW Dan?
Always like JTS Brown.
Okay.
I prefer Dan just because it's more like just a little sugar cookie. Like it's a little bit like cinnamon sugar toast. Like,
Okay.
Just me, just a little
Okay.
Basically, Sprout is one having whole profile a little bit nuttier, spicier.
I'll go with the JW Dan then.
Like, all right,
There we go. Thank you for the recommendation.
you're welcome.
All right, so we just left Justins House of Bourbon here in Lexington, Kentucky. Awesome selection. Prices are a little bit crazy for some of their other rare bottles, but that is just, you know, the name of the game. You can't really, you can't control that unless you're in like an ABC state. But some of their old bottles and stuff like that, like understandable for the price and the rarity of them. But while here in Kentucky, I wanted to get bottles that, you know, you just can't get in Jersey. And I was going between the JTS Brown and the JW Dan. And I asked the lady at the counter which one she recommended, and she recommended the JW Dan. Now this is again another cheap bottle, but it's one you just don't get in Jersey because it's Kentucky only release, and this one is harder to get than the JTS JTS Brown or whatever the other bottle was called. But JW Dan, really excited for this one. Bottled in bond, another screw topper, but I'm not here to, you know, get the flashy bottles. I'm here to get the bottles that, you know, that you can get in Jersey. I'm here to get the bottles that I can't get in Jersey, and that's what I always recommend. Once you go into other states and things like that, you do some hunts and things, see what they have to offer that you can't get in your state, because what's the point of buying it in another state when you can buy it in yours, and then you're shit out of luck to get something that you can't get in your state. I'm on a ramble there, but I think that was enough for a video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. Drop that like, smash that subscribe button. This was
Message from Olivia.
This was an absolute blast of a trip to Kentucky, and I can't wait to come back down here for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival, and I hope to see some of you guys there. But until next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.